There you have it, guys. A beautiful rainbow. I was looking for the other end, but this is the only part I can see. So I woke up this morning to a beautiful rainbow outside. And I was looking at the sky over here, and it was actually a little red this morning, but there was no predictions for rain or anything. So I do like to just study the weather clouds to learn about the weather, which I think is important for people that are in farming and just in life to observe. Sometimes I think we're not as observant because our lives get so busy. But living out in the country, and Clay's taught me a lot about things because being a country boy, like he grew up, he knows a lot of things, like look at the maple leaves if they're turning up for rain and different things. But there's the beautiful rainbow. Couple updates of what's going on. Clay built a bee stand, which is over there. And he's planning to paint it today. And we've been watching the birds at our feeder, which they're not out here right now. Charlene walks around the feeder sometimes, so they get they hide. Charlene being my cat. But she goes over at the tree. She's running all over. She's inside too sometimes, but she watches them and they see her and, and run. So, problem with cats, and bird feeders, but usually I like to bring her inside if I see her, looking at the feeder, and she'll just go inside and have a snack and take a nap. This little garden, it's been so hot. It's been like 90 in upstate New York, which is extremely hot for us for days and days and days without hardly any rain. So some of my gardens have suffered a little bit, mainly because I hurt my arm. My wrist is still broken. I think I've got 3 more weeks. Good thing is, because it's the second time I've done it, I'm learning how to be more left-handed. But let's see here, guys. Let's walk over here. Just a little update about the day, and I went to show you the rainbow and, of course, the beautiful clouds. It's so pretty out here this morning. The bee stand that he made, that needs to be painted. The mulberries are coming on, and this year I think I'm just going to let the birds eat a lot of them. It's hard to get in there picking, and we did have a lot of berries last year, so there's a lot of mulberries there. I'm going to take some cuttings from this tree too. And when I do trees, a lot of them, all you do is just cut off a bunch, pull off the bottom leaves, and stick them in a bucket of water, a whole bunch, until you're ready to plant them. Works for almost any tree, but I'm sure there's some that don't. There's a little bird up there. And let's see. So this is the bee stand that needs to be painted. As you know, the bee hive was not a hive. It was a robbing situation with the bees. They were acting funny, but we were so hopeful. So I put that spider plant next to it, which I put some hot sauce on it and some vinegar to kill the spider mites that got on it. And bees were all over it. So, ooh, there's a noise over there, huh? And now my dog's barking. So, bees were all over it, so I thought, well, maybe they go to the beehive, but they probably were nurse bees or foraging bees or whatever. I'm sorry, probably foraging bees, and maybe the scout's not with them, so it probably doesn't make much difference. Okay, so let's see what's over here. My dog got excited. There was some noise over at my neighbor's house. So my dog starts barking. He's excited now. What was all that? I want to show you this little bird. I think he's still over here. If I walk over here to check on my plants and my berries, there's a little bird that lives in this tree. I think he has a nest. She may have moved. him, her. Sometimes boys and girls help each other with a nest. Starts fussing at me, but might not be there. There's one of my house plants. I was cutting apple trees. Apples are coming on. These are beautiful thornless berries that are all back here coming on. Let's see. Yeah, she's not fussing. I thought I could show her. She may be out. Or I kind of wondered if she had a nest because she was really grumpy. So anyway, there was a little bird over here, and she was bold and scolding me. Usually a bird will do that if they have a nest. They'll be a little bit more bold. Grapes are coming on the grapevines. And these are hazelnuts, which are awesome. And I don't know if you can see it. Pygmy date palm in there. I read somewhere after I trimmed it down that they usually don't recover, so we'll see. It's a little green, but I have a feeling it's just gonna not recover. But who knows? You never know. You hear so much online. I remember when I was doing African violets, I found somebody that said, throw everything that you learned away and just kind of start fresh and with learning about plants, because it's like raising kids. Each plant, each is almost individual. Yes, you do need to follow some basic rules like water and sunshine, but sometimes you just got to experiment to learn, because that's how people learn things. And sometimes you got to just try stuff. So that was getting so big and it was looking lanky, and I knew I wouldn't be able to bring it back into the house and at the size. So I said, well, let's see if we can trim it back, and it just didn't go so good. So I'm getting some zinnia on here and some cosmos and things, but it needs a little attention. I do have a lot of house plants, partly why some of the outside flowers have been a little bit neglected, because I try to take care of the ones that I know are going to live all year if I had to choose. Here is my elephant ear growing. In upstate New York, it can't be overwintered. So I have to bring this in the winter. And maybe I should have mentioned this with the pygmy date. I wasn't so sure, and my sister too wasn't so sure if she was allergic to it, and I wondered if I was allergic to it too. That was another reason I cut it down. So this is going to be a huge plant, so this can go inside. I can put big plants inside now because we're going the way we're rearranging the house. And I knew that with the pygmy date, but when I first said that, I wasn't thinking, because I knew it was huge, but also the main reason was I was concerned about being allergic to it. So there's a dog kicking up a storm because he heard noise. And let's see here. Threw some crackers down and some cereal for the birds. They usually will eat that up in a day. And going back towards the house. It's early. Gonna have my coffee. Clay's still resting. Let him sleep as long as he feels he needs to, because he was pretty tired yesterday. I got a couple new plants. Let's see if I can show them. I got a green and white Wandering Jew, and I got a bridal veil right there next to the pot, which is in the Wandering Jew family. I'll do some videos on those. But it has been really, really dry. And I actually moved a couple of the Dracaena in the back on the porch where it's more shaded. But I'll just keep my eye on these guys. But I'm going to have to take it kind of easy. It kind of bugs me, but it's just the whole thing about, I told you guys I felt like God was trying to slow me down. Because last night I was just in a lot of pain and uncomfort with my hand and everything. So and it's been 3 weeks, so I'm going to take it a little bit more easy because I do too much, and Clay's always telling me you're doing too much, and so I just gotta relax. Now, see, that little bee was looking at our hummingbird. Our hummingbirds have come over because we just filled our hummingbird feeder, but they have to find the feeder, so they should. And actually, I love the Wandering Jew plants for a lot of reasons, and one of the things is Wandering Jew is like a tribute to the Jewish people and their resilience and always being able to, overcome everything. And these plants just keep giving and giving. And you may not know this, but they usually love the bright sun. Not all of them do. I do have a couple varieties that don't. And as I see, this guy's got a little burnt leaves, so he may have to move. We'll see. But anyway, this guy here, which I believe is a zebra Wandering Jew, absolutely loves the sun. And look, it's almost all purple. Unbelievable. Isn't that cool? So, hey, I have a question, too. Is there another Wandering Jew that's like reddish, that has like silvery leaves? I didn't know if this one can go both ways, but I had one before, and I've been looking for it, but I thought this was it, but I thought maybe there's another one I don't know about. If you have one like that or you know anything about it, let me know, because I just love this family of plants. Yeah, this guy's leaves look a little burnt. We'll see. He might have to get moved. Now, Branch. I'll go sit over there with him and get him started for the day. He's over there, so he's, oh my goodness. I gotta feed him, but half the time he tries not to eat his dog food. I think he's spoiled. He ends up with real meat and stuff like that. If we make a hamburger, sometimes he gets a hamburger. He's just spoiled. If we eat good stuff, he gets the stuff that's good for doggies. Branch, what are you doing, buddy? Don't want to be too loud barking. Okay, guys. So, getting the day started. Look how beautiful. What a beautiful day. It's going to be another beautiful day. It's been in the 90s, but I want to stay a little cool today. I might turn the air conditioning on. I almost hate turning it on because, I don't know, for me, I think our blood gets thinner, and it actually seems cooler. Look, I was doing laundry on the front porch. So I almost hate to turn it on unless I'm super, super hot because I get too cold. Must be age. Actually, we're really young. I say things like that, but depends on what you think is older. Because I'm 57 and Clay just turned 63. Okay, guys. With that, like, subscribe, and remember, big or small, you too can be a backyard farm. God bless.